And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to a Saturday night edition of the Gridiron Power Hour After Hours. Now, today's topic, and most of the things you see on TV and you've heard about, they can be funny. And they also can sometimes get downright confusing. They will make you ask the question, what the hell?
Yeah, and people still complaining about a runner that didn't make the Olympic team. Well, let's go ahead and get this out of the way real quick.
All right.
I just want to say this now. You know, and I know. I mean, we on this podcast, sometimes we agree to disagree.
Yes, we do.
However, I think you and I can agree on this. You know what the rules are, and every day your feet hit the floor. What we always talk about on this podcast every single time. That you are a brand. Once your feet hit the floor, whatever you type on Twitter, Facebook, any social media platform whatsoever, and whatever you do in your community, you know that people are looking at you every day.
Yeah. Now, if y'all remember from the last set of podcasts we talked about, one of the names of athletes we talked about was Greg Hardy. And there is a pretty good reason why he's not playing in the NFL anymore.
Yeah.
And I just found this out just recently. Tonight is the UFC 264 prelim fight. And he's got one right ahead of him tonight. The person he's fighting has been known for making people ask what the hell was he doing and what the hell was he thinking. Craig Hardy is going to get what's coming to him. He's going to get his ass handed to him by the one, the only, the Cowboy, Donald Cerrone. And that prelim fight is on ESPN right now.
Right now, well, yeah. Right now on the ESPN pay-per-view spectacular. For those that have ESPN Plus. Unless you ordered it on pay-per-view and wasted about $30 plus tax.
Yep.
Which I have not. And I don't intend to.
The UFC 264 fight is a fight between Dustin the Diamond Poirier and the recently unretired Conor McGregor. Now, people's gonna ask, people in the UFC asking, what the hell was Dana White thinking? You put in a guy who is an underdog, a real diamond in the rough, against one of the few sticklers who has blatant disregard for the rules. You put that man in a fight with him. This is the same guy who got his butt handed to him by Floyd Money Mayweather.
Yeah, and this is already their third meeting already.
Now, there'll be a lot of what the hell moments in sports and also in regular life.
Oh, there probably will be.
And there are a lot of them actually. Like, what the hell?
This fight, there'll probably be a whole lot of what the is moments.
Yeah, and here's another one. I recently came across this one on Facebook a few days ago. A female MMA fighter who's from Poland. She, during the weigh-in, had disrespected her opponent who's from China by making fun of her by having a picture of her standing behind her opponent wearing a mask, thinking that she's the one who brought the coronavirus.
Wow.
But the thing is, she's also employed by Dana White. So here's the question for Dana White. What the hell were you thinking by letting this woman blatantly disrespect her opponent on national TV like that? But the opponent had one answer for her. She's going to let her fist do the talking. And she did. Right in the fourth round, right in the third round, right in the fourth round, this woman...
Thank you for my cousin Minnie. Thank you.
Yeah, this woman just got her face, it got obliterated. This woman's hands were so lethal. The referee had to stop the fight, and she had to get 2 months of physical therapy. After she got the crap punched out of her. Every bruise on her face showed from when she got punched in the jaw, punched in the nose, and punched in the chin.
She was a walking, talking Brooks factory.
After this woman got through with her, this woman is from China. Folks, China. Just because they're Chinese, doesn't mean they brought the virus over here.
No.
It's not their fault.
Look, let's just break this down in easy terms. It ain't their fault because they're kicking everybody's backside and making everybody look like a walking, talking Brooks factory. If you're getting that tail rat-tat-tat, then hey, that's on you for not doing your job. Right?
Right.
Come on now. At some point, that is a on you thing.
Yep. I mean, there's a lot of what the hell's going on all over the regular world and sports world. There's a couple of what the hells in professional wrestling. I found out off of YouTube from Friday Night SmackDown. I mean, I was thinking, this had my head scratching. What the hell were Jimmy and Jay thinking in trusting their lunatic cousin in the first place? When he knows he's going to leave them too high and dry, like he always do. And Friday night, once again, proved the point. When the Canadian rated R superstar, Adam Copeland, formerly known as Edge, came into the ring, took his cousin, and put the bar of the chair in his mouth. The same way he did his twin brother last week. And applied a crossface to him and made him tap out until he lost consciousness.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't destroy his larynx after that. Good God.
No. After all, 2 weeks ago, his two twin cousins beat up the father-son WWE SmackDown Tag Team Champions and put them in the hospital. He put a 53-year-old, 5', 3-inch man and his 6'1", 25-year-old son in the hospital. Their cousin did that to him by slamming that boy right onto the hard concrete behind the barricade. He threw him like he was a caver. Which by all accounts should never have happened. The WWE is like the NFL. Vince McMahon dropped the ball on this one yet again. The wrestlers worked for him, his wife, his son, and his daughter and son-in-law. Therefore, it it's their responsibility to make sure that all their wrestlers are okay. By letting the wrestlers run roughshod, like throwing them right over a barricade onto a concrete floor, taking a part of a chair, and almost crammed right between their teeth, almost got their jaw unhinged. Letting somebody getting their teeth kicked out of their mouth on national television, putting somebody through a table repeatedly, and just to the point to embarrass them by saying that you're not welcome in this business, and blaming on bullying and intimidation tactics. That's the what the hell. That was a Major League what the hell.
Yeah.
Which leads to a lot of questions. Like question number one, what the hell was Stephanie McMahon Helmsley thinking by letting Nia Jax continue to bully Tennessee native CJ Perry, formerly known as Lana, to the point that she had to be let go out of her contract after she beat her in a tables match? Lana had proved herself to be a competitor, and she got her retribution by putting Nia Jax through a table after Nia Jax miscalculated, tried doing a Samoan drop on the edge of the ring. Well, let's just say she wasn't able to take a shit for a couple of weeks, and that's on YouTube as well.
Oh my!
Yeah. Hey, when she tried to do a Samoan drop with her butt crack hit the edge of the ring so hard it made her butt out my asshole on national television while grabbing her butthole.
Oh my God!
And that led Lana to put her through a table. Another question is, why would you let a 41-year-old former mixed martial artist to kick somebody else so hard in the mouth that this person lost 3 of their teeth that hadn't been surgically put back in there? Because odd enough, that's what Shayna Baszler did to the former Raw Women's Champion, Asuka, by kicking her straight in the mouth. And Asuka lost 3 teeth. 3 weeks later, Asuka came back and was about to do her own retribution, but up and up Shayna Baszler by putting her mouth on the bottom of the exposed turnbuckle and stuffed her head in to knock off the whole top row of her teeth, which led Shayna Baszler almost crying.
Mr. Pencil, Mr. Pencil.
Yep. And one of my other favorite what the hells is, what the hell is wrong with Alexa Bliss?
Okay.
I mean, like, months ago, when she was with Bray Wyatt, he turned her into a psychopath. And one of those things that she did was make her mouth spit out blood. No, it wasn't horror. It just made Bray Wyatt just say, "Oh, holy shit!" It scared him half to death, which is why we no longer see him anymore. She later turns around because demonically possessed and becomes a walking, talking comic relief. I'm making Nia Jax and Reginald look like idiots. Yeah, had both staring in a catatonic state where Reginald, well, he got his baby maker handed to him right through the balls of her feet. The soles of her shoes went into him. Keep them right in the mommy daddy button. Why she kicked Nia Jax in her big fat calf? I'm surprised she wasn't like Matt Riddle was and almost broke her foot. Speaking of Matt Riddle, what the hell was he thinking? What the hell was he thinking? Trying to punch somebody in the head like he's Randy Orton.
I can answer that question for you. They weren't thinking.
Yeah. You know that your body can actually hold so much tolerance. Your body has a threshold, folks. Certain things that you can do can either have little to no effect on you, or it could have majorly consequences. For example, Matt Riddle thinking he could punt AJ Styles' head into the steel steps. He miscalculated. He don't put a whole lot of momentum into that.
In other words, miscalculated it badly.
In other words, he don't broke his freaking ankle. And he shouldn't be wrestling at all.
Exactly.
And then 1 week away is the Money in the Bank match. He's in that he don't qualify to be in that men's Money in the Bank ladder match. So the common question is, who's going to take his place, or is he going to fight? His stupid butt is still trying to channel Randy Orton, and he's still trying to fight. Your people are insane. There's a reason why the rule says don't try this at home, right? But I think more importantly is, don't be an idiot. If you injure yourself that way, you need to go home. Or go to the hospital, go to the emergency room. Give yourself some common sense. Because apparently half the WWE superstars ain't got no common sense when it comes to not showing up when you're hurt. And speaking of which, Charlotte Flair hasn't been seen much of recently as the last couple of weeks. Because apparently she had some sort of medical scare that caused her to sit out a couple of weeks, including missing Money in the Bank, another pay-per-view event, which is going to be live streamed on NBC's Peacock network. But folks, basically everything you either see on TV or in real life is going to make you ask, what the hell?
Yep.
Like right now, I mean, what the hell in real life is, what the hell is it going to take for the government to put old Colt 45 in prison?
Yep.
Right now, his CFO is already facing jail time. His daughter is next. Oh, Uzi Giuliani lost his law license. All them lives just came back and hired him, and Uzi Giuliani lost his license to practice law in New York and Washington, D.C. Then Redwood's law license is on the chopping block to lose it in Georgia. And of course, Mike Lindell is sick, is so far down, it ain't no coming back because he can't recoup the $72 million worth of losses from his products. Because he's still spreading that crap lie about election fraud. And it took 8 months for the state of Michigan to finally admit that Biden won fair and square. It took them 8 months. What everybody knew since January, Biden won the election. Biden won the presidency. And old Kevin McCarthy, he's got another thing coming. Since the new January 6th committee has been formed, Liz Cheney is sitting at the head of that table. She's gonna put him on the carpet. She's gonna put him to the carpet. because of the fact that he's the one that got her ousted from the GOP in the first place. So, heck, and Lauren Holbert, her criminal record is on blast on Facebook for the world to see. Her criminal record is posted, and yet she's an elected official out of Colorado. You guys have got to learn more about your officials when you elect them, especially about Miss Lauren Boebert here and her husband. She was arrested for doing stupid stuff when she was only 17 years old. Her husband, he did much worse. He was arrested for exposing himself to minors. Twice.
And there's also a guy earlier in the weekend Memphis that was being chased after because he didn't know some women. Like, what a dump.
Yeah. And folks, these are things that you're gonna have to ask what the hell. Because we both have seen these things on a day-to-day basis. They still make us ask what the hell to this day.
Yeah, it still makes you shake your head. So, what are we looking at for? Are we back at regular schedule Friday, or what are we doing?
We're going to go back to regular schedule Friday. Oh, yeah, and also, folks, if for some reason you see some new Olympic events at this year's Olympics in Tokyo, you're going to find out what the hell were they thinking adding these events on there. I mean, who makes cornholing an Olympic event? What the hell? Cornhole is not an Olympic event. It's not an Olympic sport. All it is just a way for people to pass the time when they're bored and ain't got nothing else left to do. Frisbee golf. Once again, not an Olympic sport. And this is not going to be a what the hell. This is going to be more like, what in the blue fuck were they thinking? That chair jousting is an Olympic sport.
No.
It's not. Folks, that's way for people to get hurt doing stupid things like that. Chair jousting is not a sport. It's a way somebody gets hurt on a daily basis. Yeah, people have lost your minds. And y'all need help.
I think this is a good spot unless you want to keep going to wrap up since we basically had to put something together quick.
So we can keep going. Because there's a lot of funny what the hells. That not only make you scratch your head, but make you want to laugh at the same time. Like I said before at the top of the podcast, there is one good reason why Greg Hart is not in the NFL anymore, that he suddenly chose to retire. Nobody else wants him. The Cowboys can't get rid of him. He don't play out his contract. And no woman wants to be with him. Because they know what he is and what he did. You seriously think that any woman wants to date you? You are hereby undateable to any woman on the face of the planet. If you were the last man on the face of this earth, no woman would want to date you. Hell, I don't want to date you, and I want to punch you myself. Because what you do against women is going to make a woman so mad when you're gonna meet a woman who's more better than you, gonna punch the living daylights out of you, and make you feel every bit of what they felt. Every broken arm, every broken leg, every broken jaw, broken eye socket, broken nose.
No.
Because Greg Hardy, if you do that, you're gonna face off with somebody who's gonna really hit you back. And I hope to God that Cerrone beats your ass within an inch of your life. Because half of all the men in this world, what they hate the most is people who hit women and people who hit and abuse children. And some of these people got kids themselves. Not to mention that what you did, Greg Hardy, and the way to the fact that your former owner Jerry Jones has hidden it for the commissioner lets us further know that people with money can get away with a lot of things. And believe me, people with a lot of money have gotten away with a lot of things. And even people who lie about having money got away with things. But there are so many things that make you ask, what the hell in your brain? You cannot come up with a number. And I think we don't why. I mean, even though here's the biggest what the hell ever. Now that Tropical Storm Elsa has left the state of New York, what the hell are they going to do? They got a huge watery mess to clean up. For when that tropical storm, they'll turn their entire city trying to flood it under near 10 to 20 feet of water. Yeah, people are nuts. I mean, it boggles my mind. Folks, I'm telling you, everywhere you go and wherever you see on TV, it's all going to make you ask what the hell. Everything's going to make you ask what the hell. As I learned from yesterday's Inside Edition, this one made me scratch my head. It makes me want to question the police's policy. Okay, you're a homeowner. You're not at home, but your wife is. Your Ring doorbell camera catches a drunk man trying to break into your house while your wife is at home. They called the police. Here's the what the hell. What the hell is it going to take for that man to get arrested? And there was a what the hell that got him arrested. Then what the hell was, they found him a couple of hours later. in a house of two 12-year-old girls butt naked. And come to think of it, it was the same guy who tried to break into their house. And on top of that, he did get arrested. So he was arrested for doing that, but he wasn't arrested for trying to break into somebody's house when they were at home.
Oh, no. No. We're not playing this game. No. We're not playing this PS game. That's not. Sorry.
No problem. And basically, it goes back to what basically there's a like I said, there's a lot of what the hell.
Welcome to a real life edition of What Bad.
Oh,
lying on you at your shop. Really? Come on, folks.
and go back to what I just said a few moments ago. What I saw on Inside Edition that made me want to say, "What the hell?" Like to the police in that town. What the hell are you thinking? And this woman said this guy tried to break into her house. That does cause for a fact that he did try to commit a crime. That calls for you to arrest him. It doesn't give you the right to tell that woman on her Ring doorbell camera that there's nothing they can do if he hadn't done anything to be arrested for. Yeah, he has. He was in a commission of a felony caught on camera. And you weren't going to arrest him until after you caught him butt naked in a house, in a bed, with two 12-year-old girls. You arrest him for that, but you wouldn't arrest him for attempting to break in and entering. That's a felony. It causes for them to be arrested. Police, you're arrested on your laurels.
More like slacking off.
Yeah.
They're not resting, they're slacking.
Yeah.
So, resting is when you're sleeping. Slacking, you're not resting. You're just doing crap work. And if you hate your job so bad, guess what? Go find another line of work. That simple.
Yeah, but it doesn't give you the right to tell the victim that there's nothing you can do about a guy trying to break into her house while she was inside. You wouldn't charge him for that crime, but you charge him for indecent exposure for breaking into somebody else's house where there's two 12-year-old girls and getting in their bed butt naked. You're arrested for that.
No, that doesn't make any sense, does it?
And speaking of police officers, this is going to be the funniest what the hell you might want to ask yourself. What the hell was this cop thinking throwing a racial slur at somebody's wedding? The answer? You said that in front of a black guy who's there at a wedding. You're going to get punched in the face. You deserve to get knocked out.
Yeah, you deserve to get knocked out.
The police officer's name out of Chattanooga is Officer Tanner Holt. He was at a wedding. Jonathan Tooney, guess who's an African American? Apparently, Tanner Holt said to something like this. I don't even think they all allow black people in this wedding. Jonathan Tooney told him, and politely, please stop using racist remarks like that. But he was so drunk, he continued on until Toomey had enough. Turned around, grabbed back his right arm, and hauled him right in the kitchen. Which also makes it question this. Why the hell did the Chattanooga PD police chief fire this man after he did this while he was drunk? The answer was kind of simple. He wasn't on duty. He was off duty, but he was still a police officer. None of the same. And most people, here's the thing. It's not just stupid things that make people say what the hell. It's nonsense things that also make people say what the hell. Case in point, destination weddings.
So some of this basically comes back to what we like to refer to that is becoming more and more of a superpower every day. It's called common sense.
And most people, some people have got it and know how to use it. Other people have forsaken it and let it go out the window years ago, which is why they're stupid right now. In case in point, there was a story about a guy whose grandfather had found out he had relatives all over the world. They invited him to Italy for a wedding. And then when it comes to some gas, they also came with a whole bunch of Karens. This Karen in particular was his own daughter, this man's aunt. She's the Karen of all Karens. And her kids is the same way. When they got there, they complained about the ride to the hotel. They complained about people not speaking correctly. Until one of them said, "Shut up." And just enjoy the trip that your dad had paid for. You didn't have to pay for it. He did because he found the rest of your relatives all over the world. They invited him here. She complained about that. It wasn't until the day of the wedding she complained about the bride. And coincidentally, it's her nephew's wife-to-be that she was complaining about. This was his wedding. And he told her in no uncertain terms, "Stop disrespecting my wife-to-be or you and your family can leave. Because I'm not going to put up with it. I'm not going to put up with the disrespect towards my fiance, towards our cousins, towards your own father, a.k.a. my grandpa, and towards me on my wedding day. If you felt that way, then you should have just stayed at home." And now here's what the hell. Why the hell did she come in the first place?
Yeah, really, why?
Only to complain the entire time. It makes no sense. Now, like I also said before, we also talk about how parents destroy kids' electronics. But we know why the hell parents do it, because the kids had did something that deserved it. But here's a lot of stupid reasons that parents destroy kids' electronics for no apparent reason. One of those reasons having to do with the game called Fortnite. That's the one game I don't play. And with ample reason. That game is a money trap. It's a money trap, ladies and gentlemen. It's designed to make you spend a whole lot of money just to play it. Apparently, this little kid thought it would be okay to take his mom's credit card, spent nearly $100 on Bitcoins every single time. Not only did she not get a call from the bank, she got the call from the card company itself. Because she keeps getting the notifications right to her text messages. She gets the notifications. And it turns out that the last time her sons did this, she grounded them before by throwing the darn thing in the trash can, and they dug it out. This time the husband himself was guilty too. He was guilty of spending his wife's money on this game. Like I said, it is a money trap, ladies and gentlemen. Do not play Fortnite. It's a money trap.
Duh.
Even I don't play it. I don't play it at all.
I've never played it. And don't intend to.
Shoot. And I don't want to. Because like I said before, it is a money trap. The mother was so mad, she takes the PS4. And the mom says, forget throwing it away, forget smashing with a hammer. How about I throw it in the swimming pool and let it go for a swim? Now you notice that the dad was panicking along with these kids because the dad was just as guilty. The reason why he's guilty is because he knew that the kids were spending money off their mom's credit card and didn't stop them. And on top of that, he jumped into that pool like an idiot and tried to get it.
Yep.
For the love of God.
So, what's our topic heading into Friday?
Friday's topic is going to be, because I know we covered this. We said it once every time in this podcast. So next week's topic is common sense. Who has it and who don't?
Yeah, people in suits definitely don't have it. But you'll find out why.
Friday.
So until Friday.
Until next time, folks, remember, even if you're vaccinated, good for you. Even if you are vaccinated, and some people are not, continue wearing a mask, continue to do social distancing, continue to wash your hands. Please keep them off your face.
Thank you.
If you got the shot, good for you. If you don't get it, it might save your life. It might keep your relatives at the hospital. Or even worse, keep them out of the ground.
Yep.
So until then, we'll see you next time.
So long.
Goodbye. Auf Wiedersehen. And annyeong. Not.